ब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ महेश्वराय नमः। ॐ विष्णवे नमः। ॐ ताण्डवे नमः। ॐ भरताय नमः। ॐ अभिनवगुप्तपादाचार्याय नमः। ॐ सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ प्रणम्य शिरसा देवो पितामहमहेश्वरो नाट्यशास्त्रं प्रवक्ष्यामि ब्रह्मणा यदुदाहृतम्।
Then akshipta rechitam hastau hridi bhaved vamaha savyashchakshipta rechitah rechitaschapavithascha tat syad akshipta rechitam.
From the region of the chest, the left and right hand undergo akshipta rechita, and then rechita and apavidha. This is called akshipta rechitam. So Abhinavagupta says that from the chest, the Vyavarta Karana motivates the hand throw of hands upward and on all sides. This is akshipta. Akshipta is throwing of hands on all sides.
Ye kshetre vama savyascha yohastah sa asamantat iti urdhe parshvadvaye cha vyavartita karena chittah sa rechito hasta hamsa paksha drita dhramatma. Like that he gives
hamsa paksha drita brahmana.
So the practical reconstruction, we have two possibilities. Abhinavagupta does not mention the chari, but he mentions the padabeda, which is anchita and suchi. Both the authorities have concentrated only on the details of the hand movements. Anchita can be taken as akshipta chari. This is in consonance with the name of the Karana also. Suchi can safely be interpreted as Suchi Chari. So the first reconstruction is Akshipta Chari with the right foot along with the Akshipta Hasta. The cross of the feet and hands have to take place at the same time. Through Baddha Chari, the Anchita foot is turned out, and then the Suchi is done. For this, the Viprakirna and Ardharechita Hasta is performed with the right hand moving out and the right foot. We have the Suchi Chari. After landing it as Suchi, drag it in near the static foot and lower the hand as Shukatunda, placing it on the thigh as we see in Chidambaram. So the complicated, yes. So the entire movement goes Akshipta, release the leg as Baddha, then perform the Suchi Chari, drop, drag the foot, finish. Again you release the crossed foot with the Baddha Chari and finish it. This is the first interpretation. The second interpretation would be Akshipta with the right foot, and then we turn back for this. And now you turn where the leg is crossed with the Viprakirna Hasta. Then you again perform the Suchi Chari, drop and draw the other foot in and finish. Release the leg with Baddha. So this is the second interpretation is this. Both are difficult.
Which sources?
Both are based on the sculptures. Both have been based on the sculptures. And here the Tanjavur figure shows the animation of the complicated hand movements. Two hands are suggesting the Akshipta and Rechita gestures. The other two, which are bent, shows the Chaturashra on the left and beginning of Apavidha on the right. Kumbakonam figure shows the process of the Suchi Chari. with the right leg thrown, and the right hand is in the coals of the Rechita, that is in Kumbakonam. The Chidambaram figure has mandala posture with the left hand as Chaturashra and the right hand placed on the thigh. This shows the last position when we finish the movement. So connecting all these, she has reconstructed. I think the Apavidha Karana that we did, we do it in two possibilities. One facing straight, the other one where we turn back. So that when he says Apavidha, we use both the interpretations of Apavidha.
Apavidha is also a Karana.
Yes.
We have two.
So both the Apavidha Karanas, the interpretations are taken, one facing straight, the other facing back, and end with Suchi and Baddhachari.
Here Abhinavagupta gives the Vinyoga Tyagopadana Paramparatmanicha Vakyartya Abhinetavye Asya Abhinetavye Asya Prayogaha. I remember it is to give away Tyaga, Upadana, to give away something and take something else. For that this is going to be used. And Sundari, when it was used for Vinyoga, Rama giving away his precious robes and tying the bark garments and going, the whole sequence was adopted in one Karana. Like you say, Vakyartha, the whole Prabandhartha can be presented in the Karana. Looking at the detailed way of the total choreography in a Karana, the course of Karana, what all can be done is unimaginable. It is left to the pratibha and capacity of the artist.
Very true. For Akshipta Rechitam, I want to give you one more comment. This is with regard to Kumbakonam sculpture, where it is almost like Dandapadam. Perform that. After turning, the other leg is thrown like Dandapadam and then ended as before. So this is one more interpretation based on Kumbakonam sculpture.
Karana 20, Akshipta Rechitam. Satara Devi figure has the left heel crossed in front as per Akshiptachari. The left hand shows Akshipta action, that is, the throw of hands on all its sides. The body is bent on the left. Shiva's figure shows the Suchi Chari with the right leg lifted along with the corresponding hand stretched in Rechita. The left hand is in Kataka Mukha near the chest. The other two hands show the action on the other side. In Prambanan, all the figures of this panel are well preserved. The first figure has a clear Kataka Mukha in the left hand near the chest, and the right hand is lowered, which can be surmised as Uru Hasta, as seen in the Chidambaram sculpture. The right forearm is broken. The right foot is in Parshva in a clear Mandalasthana position, and the left is crossed at the back. The face is slightly tilted on the left, which would amount to Dvibhanga. The second sculpture in Prambanan is Urdhvajanu with the right knee raised in Mandalasthana, which would be the stage before the Suchi as in Satara Shiva sculpture. The body is bent on the left with the left hand thrown out as Dola. Right hand is raised near the head. Prambanan third sculpture also has a clear rhombus between the knees with the left foot crossed in front as Agratala. The weight is on the right foot with the waist raised on that side. The torso is bent on the left. The right arm is not seen. This position indicates the Udvartana movement of the thigh after Akshiptachari. We can surmise that it should be similar to that of the Prambanan's second figure. The left hand is seen behind the Dola hand of the Prambanan's second figure. It is lowered near the thigh. The animation of the whole Karana can be seen in relation to the three figures of Prambanan and the Satara two figures of Shiva. The animation would be Satara Devi, Prambanan third figure, Prambanan second figure, Satara Shiva, and Prambanan first figure.
विक्षिप्तं हस्तपादं च तस्यैव आक्षेपणं पुनः यत्र तत् करणं ज्ञेयं विक्षिप्ताक्षिप्तकं द्विजाः.
O Brahmins, understand that the movement wherein the same hand and foot are subjected to Vikshipta and Akshipta repeatedly, this is called Vikshiptakshiptakam. Here, Bharata and Abhinavagupta have not specified the chari. The name of the Karana only gives us the clue.
Even the Abhinavagupta's commentary, ekasya hastasya vyavartana karanakale padasya bahirnishkramana lakshano vikshepaha. One is performing vyavartana while the other is doing nishkramana. Dvitiya hastastu chaturashrayeva while the other hand is chaturashra. पुनः परिवर्तित करणेन तस्य हस्तपादस्य आक्षेपः द्वितीयस्य विक्षेपः गजगमन प्रधाने वाक्यार्थे अस्य प्रयोगः. That's what he gives regarding Viniyoga.
Paduka, because of the Vikshipta Akshipta that's mentioned, Paduka has assumed that this involves Akshiptachari. So we start with the Akshiptachari and then we have the Vikshipta and Akshipta, throwing of the legs. Then we have Utspandita Chari. So this is the interpretation that she has given based on the...
Kshipta has to be thrown.
No other way.
It has to be thrown. So Akshipta is there. So Akshipta Chari. Then Kshipta, you throw the leg. And then it is contracted and twisted.
Here the Tanjavur and Chidambaram figures are in Mandalasthana with the waist raised on the right side. The Tanjavur figure is in Tribhanga while the Chidambaram is in Vibhanga. So here she has given two interpretations. The right foot is thrown out on its side through a light jump or even a Udghattita. This is done with the respective hand moved out diagonally upward as in the raised hands of the Tanjavur figure. So for Akshipta, we throw the hand out and then we finish with the Utspanditachari. Here the Utspanditachari she has based on the sculptures. Because the right side waist is raised, Utspanditachari, instead of finishing fully, it's half done and transferred. The weight is transferred to the right side as Vaishnavasthana. The other interpretation is where Utspanditachari is fully performed and the waist is raised on the left side. So these are the two interpretations. Yes.
And also on the
And
body
the
kinematics.
waist raised on right or left changes the chari. One will be Utspandita
And
end it as Vaishnavasthana with the right side raised.
Hip raised, Udvahita.
If it is left side raised, it will end like this.
Both are Vaishnavasthanas.
here the Kumbakonam figure is an interesting one with the right leg thrown or stretched on the left side in a horizontal way. This is Kshipta. Even the foot is out as Kunchita when it is done, when Kshipta is...
To show respect for the connoisseurs and even
No,
to
the
indicate
Pada
that-
Kunchita. It's not the Janga
Pada
Kunchita.
Pada.
There is one thing I want to say. If you see the definitions of the charis, particularly Akasha charis, almost for all of them, the lifting is in the form of Kunchita. It is never Anchita. Very rarely you get lifting the Pada in Anchita. It is all Kunchita. And whatever is Kunchita in Indian sculpture
Is Anchita.
becomes Anchita in Southeast
Southeast.
Asian dance.
Yes.
Now, Mayur Lalitam, Vrikshikam. It is Kunchita Padam Ukshipya, that's
Yes.
how it will start. But it will become Anchita in Southeast Asia.
Even the sculptures are all following the same.
Anchita only.
And here, Abhinav Gupta's mentor who taught Natyashastra to him, his opinion is given by Abhinav Gupta. General opinion regarding Abhinaya Hastas, he says, Abhinaya Hasta ye vakshante tat pradhanatya karanasya vakyartha abhinaye prayogaha. So, whenever Abhinaya Hastas are used for Karanas, they are to enhance the meaning of Karana. Again, what you say about the communicative skill, emotive skill of the Karanas, he is the justifier of that. Natu kevala vartana pradhanasya kevala nrittahasta pradhanasya. It's not mere articulation of the body, it is articulation of the emotion. Tasya tu nritya prayoga pradhanyena anyetu kadachid angasya modarakshana yathayogam अभिनयांतराले गति परिक्रमे तालांतर संधाने युद्धन युद्ध चारिस्थान के संचारे वा प्रयोग इति एतच्च सर्वत्र अनुसरणीय. So a general dictum itself is given.
So you now accept my opinion that Nrtta is not
Always
Bhava
Bhava
Vihinam.
Sahita.
It is not Rasa Vihinam, it is not Bhava Vihinam.
Certainly it is full of
You
bhava.
saw my entire Tchaikovsky's music.
Jatayu Moksha.
It's all Karanas and Caris. And
Full
there's
of-
so much of bhava in it. There's so much
No lyric.
sattva. No
Not even
lyric.
Indian music.
No lyrics. And it communicates.
And here the kshiptam of the leg is synchronized with the kshiptam of the hand, where it is thrown behind and then brought. And there is a small utpluti from the kshiptam. When she joins the feet together, there is a slight taditam where the slight jump there. So that gives that udghattitam gives an extra momentum.
Momentum for Vikshipta.
Yes.
विक्षिप्ता क्षिप्तकं तथा विक्षिप्ता क्षिप्तकं तथा विक्षिप्ता क्षिप्तकं तथा विक्षिप्ता क्षिप्तकं तथा
Karana 21 Vikshipta Kshiptakam. In Satara, Devi figure has the right leg stretched on the left side with left hand in Kataka Mukha near the chest and the right hand raised above the head showing Udveshtita action. Shiva's figure has the shank flapped close to the thigh with the right knee lifted on the left side. Two hands are as in Devi's figure while the two others are in Dola positions showing the course of action. The end of the action has to be with either Kati Hasta or Kataka Mukha and Dola Hasta.
Then shall we go to Artha?
Ardha Swastika.
स्वस्तिकौ चरणौ कृत्वा करिहस्तं च दक्षिणं वक्षस्थाने तथा वाममर्धस्वस्तिकमादिशेत्.
The feet are crossed as swastika. The right hand is on the waist and the left hand is in the region of the chest. This is called Ardha Swastika. Here there are two readings from the inscription. We have Kati Hasta and Kari Hasta.
Abhinav Gupta endorses that. Katihastam iti kechit patanti. So inscriptions and Abhinav Gupta, they converge here in giving various readings.
So if it is Kari Hasta, then the right hand should be Dola. So it has to move this
Yes.
way.
Indicating the trunk.
So because of this, we have two interpretations here. So the cross the feet and perform Ardhamatali.
Chari is not given in the
It's
text
not
either
given.
in Abhinav Gupta or in-
Because it says cross the feet, The interpretation is that it is Matali.
Most likely
Matali. Cross the feet, perform Ardha Matali with the right hand as Pakshavanchita or Paksha Pradyodaka, while the other is Chaturashra.
Katyam yo antah Adhyachandah Paksha Pratyotaka Vanchitakau.
This is as seen in Tanjavur and Chidambaram. So the movement goes
Ta,
Paksha
ta,
Vanchita, Paksha Pradyodaka. Now, because there is one more inscription which says Kari Hasta, the same movement on the other side, she has taken it as Dola Hasta, Kari Hasta.
So I combined the two.
One way going while one way
One
coming.
way going and coming back, one will be Kati Hasta, the other one will be Kari Hasta.
That
I
is seen in
combined the
the
two.
Kumbakonam figure. So the entire movement will be
The beauty of both are brought together
Yes.
simultaneously when the Karana is accommodative for that.
so the movement goes this way. Tam takka takka
Din,
din
Taddin,
Taddin,
Takka,
ta.
Takkatum. So moving on one side and coming back with a different hand. Together I have performed it as one Karana.
So two interpretations as
Again,
one Karana.
combined.
Yielding to the variety instead of mechanical symmetry, creating aesthetic asymmetry. This is what again happens.
And you will always say, Padukad, that in Natya Shastra, it is not mentioned that whatever is done on the right
Yeah.
has to be done in the
Not-
left.
Yes.
You don't have that format here.
Why even our sculptures, embellishing sculptures, decorative sculptures, they do follow it. In Belur, Halebid and such places, that is Jagati, the platform on which the temple is built. All along the Jagati platform, many sculptures of elephants and lions, horses, swans, crocodiles, all are there. No one will be exact replica of the other. Everyone will have one or the
All
other variation.
variety.
The variety.
Unexpected variety.
Symmetry in the species, but variety is in the mannerism.
This is what I do even when I compose my jatis.
Yes.
Nothing is repeated.
The Karana music itself is an example for that. Then we shall go to.
But we practice on both sides.
Ah,
That is a different thing.
Abhyasa Patha is something, but Pradarshana Patha should be something different. Abhyasa Patha is to explore all the possibilities, whether aesthetic or not. Whatever, it has to be completely exploited. But Pradarshana should always be aesthetic. Abhyasa is more based on capacity. This is more based on Sattva.
Karana 22 Ardha Swastikam. In Satara, Devi's figure has the right foot placed flat in front of the left, which is in Agratala. The right hand is stretched on its side near the thigh as Paksha Pradyotaka, with the wrists twisted out and palm facing up as Tripataka. The waist is raised on the right and the face is turned on this side with the chin tilted down. The figure of Shiva has the left foot in Agratala crossed in front. This follows the reading of Kari Hasta for the main two hands. The second right hand is on the waist and the left is as Tripataka near the shoulder.
Next one.
23rd Karana Anchitam.
Yavritta parivrittastu sayevatu karo yada anchito nasikagretu tadanchita mudavritam. Your book cover.
Correct. Show the book cover.
When the same hasta is subjected to Vyavarta and Parivartita, as Anchita bent near the nose, it is called Anchitam. It sounds very simple, but it's not.
It's one of the most complicated
Yes.
movements.
Abhinav Gupta
Very
clarifies.
brief.
Very brief. Abhinav Gupta clarifies the phrase Sayeva
व्यावर्तितकरणेन यदा नासाक्षेत्रे अलपल्लवाकृतित्वात् अंचितोदंचितसारणानुकारि तदंचितम्.
Sayeva Karaha as Karihasta.
Yes.
Abhinav Gupta says that phrase Sayeva Karaha would mean Karihasta.
यो अर्धस्वस्तिककरणे करिहस्त उक्ता सयेव.
Sayeva, that the same movement. Karihasta is bent near the nose as Alapallava, thus involving Anchita, Udanchita and Sarana. This is what Abhinav Gupta says. Going to the practical reconstruction, both Bharata and Abhinava Gupta are silent about the chari of this Karana. To be in consonance with the name of the Karana, one expects the Anchita foot to be mentioned or portrayed. But all the three figures have only Pada Swastika. There is no Anchita at all. This circumstantial evidence suggests that the chari to be used is Avidha, which involves both Swastika and Anchita. So from the name of the Karana as Anchita, the interpretation is that the chari is Avidha. So regarding the hands, Abhinava Gupta mentions Karihasta, Anchita Pallava, Udanchita and Sarana. In Anchita, the arm moves out from the chest and comes back as Vyavarta and Parivartita respectively. This is what Bharata mentions in the beginning of the definition. This side-to-side movement resembles Karihasta but with an addition of the Hastakarana. That is Karihasta movement with Vyavartita Parivartita Hastakaranas. So instead of using Tripataka and Dola, we have Vyavartita and Parivartita in the form of Karihasta.
Sarana is with the stretch a bit.
Yes, this is only half of the movement. The fingers move near the nose with a quiver, as though expressing wonder. This is Pallava at the tip of the nose. This is followed by Udanchita, which is the upward movement of the hand. Finally, it becomes Sarana, that is, the right arm is stretched crosswise and the left hand is placed on it, as we see in Chidambaram. Sarana is described only in Sangeeta Makaranda. Sangeeta Makaranda has this description for Sarana. So the entire hand movement goes like this: Karihasta with Vyavartita Parivartita, then Pallava near the nose, then Sarana where the hand is taken out. So this is the hand movement. The leg movement is to Avidhachari with a little Rechaka in between. The Avidhachari is first performed by the right foot. This is synchronized with the Vyavartita Parivartita hands, which lands in Anchita. Then while the left foot is dragged near the right, so that the same Avidha can be done on the left with the Sarana hands. We'll do the whole thing once again. Avidha din dhim tatta kitatakata. So
complicated.
yes,
Very complicated.
and Bharata hardly gives anything for this.
And Abhinav Gupta clearly sees about it.
See, it's also because when something is very well known, you don't have to describe. Do I have to talk about Nrtta today? It is so much performed. So you simply say Nrtta, 4th Nrtta or 6th Nrtta, all the students will know. So at the time when Bharata wrote, it was in sutra form that was enough for people to understand. And
the context was already built.
it was already there. It's an older tradition that he was bringing out in the form of sutra. And Abhinav Gupta also did not mention some details because those movements were already popular at that time. There was no need for him to explain. We had to toil.
So it is Atishaya Kautuka Prathane Vakyarthe Prayoga. Intense situations of
Ashram.
wonder.
Here Paduka has commented that for each of the hand movements, there is an expression. The Anchita hand, when take the Gyavartita Parivartita, when it is taken out and brought, it shows looking at everything. And then wonder. And then the Sarana, that is Udanchita, expresses a sense of greatness, and Sarana denotes dazed in happiness. So the entire hand movement has a expressive mood to it. It's not just a movement, but there is so much of expression in
Wonder
it.
should lead to calmness and happiness.
Yes.
So Vismaya should not be materialistic. It should be ethereal.
उद्दिष्टं मञ्चितं च तथा परम् उद्दिष्टं मञ्चितं च तथा परम् उद्दिष्टं मञ्चितं च तथा परम्.
In Satara, Devi's figure shows the end of Avidhachari with the right foot in the Anchita position. The right hand stretched out denotes Vyavarta and Parivartita actions. The other hand is in Kataka Mukha near the chest. Following this, the left leg is to be stretched and landed, and the right foot dragged near in Agratala Sanchara. Shiva's figure shows this stage with a perfect Mandala Sthana and with the right foot in Agratala. One right hand is stretched crosswise. The left elbow is almost placed on it with the fingers near the nose. The other two hands show the course of action, which is to precede the posture shown by the primary hands. We have Prambanan sculptures for the Anchita Karana. This panel is highly damaged. The figures on the sides are hardly seen. For Prambanan first sculpture, a part of the right leg is seen which possibly indicates the beginning of Avidhachari, that is before raising the foot. The right shoulder and the elbow are seen stretched across the body. Perhaps it portrays the Kunchita elbow with Alapadma. The second figure of Prambanan has the knee raised and the legs are fairly well preserved, portraying the Avidhachari. Left hand is seen as Karihasta stretched across the body. Though the right arm is not seen, the right hand alone is near the nose of the face, which is highly damaged. However, the outline of the head shows the tilt on the right. This figure can be compared with the Satara Shiva figure, which shows the Karihasta and the other hand near the nose on the opposite side.